Right. Trust me when I say that this is the only Vietnam video you need to see before planning your trip to Vietnam, because we are going to talk about everything from A to Z in this video. So keep watching until the end so you do not miss out on any of the details. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Zoha. I also go by the name of Travelocon. I am a full-time travel content creator since last 6 years. So if you like to travel or live a life that you actually like, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and let's go with the Vietnam video now. Top 3 reasons why I think you should plan a trip to Vietnam is because first of all, it's very, very budget friendly. It's cheaper than even Thailand. And the flights are cheap, the stays are cheap, the food is good and cheap, and the experiences are to die for. Like you can experience everything in Vietnam, like be it desert, be it beaches, be it mountains, be it culture, be it food, be it parties. You have everything in Vietnam, and that too on a very travel friendly budget. So I think it's like a win-win situation, and it is not that famous yet. Like it is obviously, but it is not on that level of Thailand and Bali. So you will find crowd a bit lesser, especially in the offbeat area. But I think even the most touristy cities of Vietnam definitely deserve at least 2 to 3 days. Now a lot of people assume that Vietnam, being a backpacking friendly country, is a visa free for Indians. It is not. You have to apply for a visa at least like a week in advance. E-visa hai, you don't have to really worry, and you will get the visa in like 2 to 3 days. But make sure that you're filling out the form really well. It's not like a big form. You just have to tell from where you're entering, when you will exit, the dates, your passport, and just some very basic questions. So you don't really have to worry, and most probably you'll get your visa. It's not like a very lengthy process or anything. So after watching this video, you will be fully prepared to go to Vietnam. And the first point is when to go. The main question is when exactly should you plan your trip to Vietnam? So the main season when people actually plan to visit is from October to April, which also includes like the shoulder season. So if you don't want that much of a crowd, you should go in either October or in April, because around those time it is like a contradictory phase, like the monsoon is getting over, or like the summers are just going to get started. So it's like a transitioning period, so there will be lesser crowd, and you will also get a lot of things, a lot of services in quite cheaper price than in the peak season, which is from like November to March. So you can take notes according to that. Now, how do you go? Vietnam has flights from major of the cities throughout, but if you talk about India, you can take flights from Delhi and Mumbai. That is for sure, that I know. And you can get a direct flight. The flight prices are so cheap. Like when I booked my flight, I went on Skyscanner in incognito mode. If you want to know more, flight hacks, let me know. I will make a video on that as well. So I got a flight in just 7,000 rupees, like one-way flight. And if you take it like two-way, then it's around 14,000, including the tax and everything. 15,000 you can get a flight actually. But then this also depends on the dates you are choosing, and how skilled you are while booking a flight, because I know some great hacks on how you can save money while booking flights. So if you really want to know those secrets, you can drop a few comments down, and if I get more than 5 comments, I will definitely make a video on that. Next point is currency. Now a lot of people they take Indian rupees from here and then they exchange it on the airports. That is just a big no. Please don't do that. You're wasting so much of your money. Rather go buy some dollars from a bank in India, or like and then you can actually exchange the dollars, the USD, into Vietnamese dong when you're there in Vietnam, from some local shops or gold shops or even banks or currency exchange. Like they have a lot of currency exchange places in most of the markets. So you actually have to go to 2-3 markets and see where you're getting the best price, and then get it converted. Please don't carry your local currencies, because that is going to charge you a lot. Next question: what should you actually pack on your trip to Vietnam? Now Vietnam is like a country where it ranges from like very hot humid summers in like Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, to very nice and even a weather where you can actually use some jackets or like sweater. Like this transition can be like within a month. It's kind of similar to India. Like if you go in North India towards like November or something, you will need sweaters. But if you go to the south in the same time, you will be in your shorts. So it's like, it's kind of similar. So I will suggest you guys to pack your clothes accordingly. Like keep a few, like don't keep a lot of winter clothes. I think 1 to 2 jacket is enough, but make sure to keep some socks. And especially if you're planning to go to the mountain areas, I think then in that case you will need some warm pants, 1 or 2 pullovers and stuff. But other than that, in most places in Vietnam, you will be okay with your summer clothes. Now this question is really important, especially for all the vegetarians over there. What should you eat when you are in Vietnam? Now this question is a bit controversial because if you are a vegetarian, you might find it a bit difficult, but it's not impossible. There are a lot of Indian restaurants. If you want to eat Indian food, there Vietnam, Bali, Thailand, all these Asian countries, they are filled with Indian food. I think every country in the world, or like most of the countries, they have Indian food now because it's become so much, it's become so famous. If you are a non-vegetarian and you love seafood, you love all kinds of meat, you are going to love Vietnam. Like the meat there is so fresh. I don't even want to go in detail, but it's really fresh. It's Vietnam food is like one of the best that I've ever had, but it is a bit bland if you really like very spicy food. I love spicy food, but I really love the flavors in the Vietnamese cuisine. Like they're very balanced, and you get this red chutney that is very spicy. Make sure to add that in your pho. And so I will also make a list of things that you should eat. Like I will write it here. A few things that I remember are bun cha, pho, and the banh mi, coconut coffee. You have to get coconut coffee, and there's salted milk coffee, and there also egg coffee. And there are actually a lot of things that you should try, but these are a must try. Okay. And apart from this, for the vegetarians, remember this word called an chai. This means vegetarian. So if you're going to a shop and you want to get vegetarian food, just tell them an chai. Or you can also search it on your Google, write an chai, anche. I don't really remember the pronunciation. I used to say anche sometimes or an chai sometimes. But make sure that you actually ask them. One more thing, I can't really forget this. Vietnam is a touristy country. Like there are a lot of flourishing tourists, but it is still very new to tourism. So all the people do not know English. Like of course some of them know, but the locals, the tourist guides, the local shop owners, who are just normal middle class people like us in India, they don't really know that good of English. So you need to have Google Translator on your phone. So you can also, write it there and ask them about the vegetarian food and stuff. But make sure that you ask them to not add fish oil or egg in your food, because they consider that also in vegetarian. I don't know why, but for them veg just meats without meat. For vegetarians, you can go for veg banh mi, you can go for veg spring rolls, and the coffees, obviously the coffees are so good. Like Vietnamese iced coffee has been my all-time favorite, but having the actual Vietnamese coffee in like Vietnam was like an epic experience. I just fell in love with coffee all over again. So now the question comes to where to eat. Now you have a lot of cafes in Vietnam. You should definitely explore the cafe culture in Vietnam. But if you are getting lazy, if you don't really want to go out and eat, what you can do is you can download this app called Grab, which is going to work as Uber as well as Swiggy and Zomato for you. You can order food from there. Now if you ask me, Zoha, where should I go to Vietnam? Like it's a beautiful country, but what are the places I want to explore? There are a ton of places like this, oh, so many places. But make sure that thinking that a normal person might go for like a 10-day trip, because most of you guys are working and stuff. Considering that, I would say stay at least 2 to 3 days in Ho Chi Minh City, 2 to 3 days in Hanoi, and 2 to 3 days in Da Nang. And there are so many places that I want to tell you guys. So I've also made like this itinerary, Vietnam itinerary, which I'm going to upload just after this video. So make sure that you watch it. I will try to add a card over here or somewhere. I've given you an idea of what Vietnam is and where you can go, what you can do. But if you want more details, you can definitely drop your comments down. And also apart from this, I would like to tell you guys that water in Vietnam is also like a scam thingy. You will get food in restaurants, but you will not get water. You will have to purchase water, and water sometimes can be more expensive than a dish. So make sure that you carry your own water. Even most of the hostels, they don't have water containers like other places in Vietnam and Bali. At least the places that I stayed at did not have. So make sure that you carry your own water bottle, and if you want to buy some cheap water, go to 7-Eleven or like so many marts, all the supermarkets, mini marts and everything, and buy your water from there, because I think you will get there in quite cheap. So the question is, where should you actually stay when you are in Vietnam? If you have that backpacking mindset, or if you're solo and you're young, I would definitely highly recommend you to stay in a hostel. There are plenty of great hostels in Vietnam. I stayed in this hostel in Hanoi, this in Ho Chi Minh City, and in Da Nang I stayed in a hotel because it was like a collaboration. I went there with a company. Especially if you're a solo backpacker, you are going to love it because the backpacking culture in Vietnam is epic. But if you are a family, I would say ditch the hotels, stay in Airbnbs. They are so amazing. You can check it out on this website over here, and if you want to book a hostel, you can check it on this website over here. So it's a pretty easy country. All you need is like a phone with Google Translation and a Wi-Fi. That's it. Overall, I felt quite pretty safe in Vietnam. It is a beautiful country. They have beautiful people. Everything is all okay, but you have to take care of your safety, because remember, we are not safe anywhere. Especially if you're a girl watching this, take care of your spray. I mean, take your pepper spray, learn some judo before you go, and be smart. Always share your location with someone you know. Have fun in Vietnam, and let me know if this video helped. I'm going to make a lot of more videos, as I told you a million times in the videos. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, and you can watch the playlist called Vietnam for more updates, topics, informations, vlogs, blah blah blah. And I will see you guys in the next video.